Everyone, so if you rely on search traffic for pretty much anything, you need to listen up because the ground is shifting right under our feet. We're talking about the biggest change to search in probably a decade, and it's all thanks to AI. So let's get into it. We're going to break down how this new AI-driven search actually works, and most importantly, what you need to do to make sure you're not just surviving, but actually winning.
For years, the goal was so simple, right? Just get to the top of Google's list of blue links. But with things like AI overviews, that whole rulebook has been thrown out the window. Search isn't just a directory of links anymore, it's become a direct answer engine. It's not showing you a list of potential answers, it's literally creating the answer for you. And this is the key takeaway. Your goal is no longer just to be on the list, it's to be a trusted source inside that AI-generated answer.
So here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll cover why search is changing so drastically. Then, we'll define this new playbook called GEO. After that, we'll peek under the hood to see how these AI engines actually think. Then comes the good stuff, your new actionable strategies. And finally, we'll back it all up with the hard data that proves this stuff really works.
All right, let's dive into section 1. We really have to understand just how profound this change is. That old SEO playbook we've all been using for, 20 years? It's not just getting a little dated, it's fast becoming a relic. This quote from a recent research paper just hits the nail on the head. It really captures the core threat here. Think about it. When an AI overview can give a user a perfect, complete summary, why would they ever need to click on your website? This isn't just some new feature. It's a fundamental shift in how people behave, and it can make your organic traffic just disappear if you're not ready for it. And if you're thinking, this is probably just a small trend, well, you gotta follow the money. Analysts are projecting that by 2029, AI-driven search is going to grab a staggering 14% of the entire U.S. search ad market. We're talking about a massive pie. This isn't a fad, folks. It's the future of how we're all going to find things online.
Okay, so that's the challenge. And yeah, it's a big one. But this isn't all doom and gloom. It's just a strategy shift. It's time to stop thinking about search engine optimization and start talking about generative engine optimization, or as we're going to call it, GEO.
So what is GEO? It's the brand new discipline for this brand new era. And listen, this isn't about tricking an algorithm with keywords anymore. It's all about making your content so clear, so trustworthy, and so well-structured that the AI engines actually choose to use it as a source for building their answers. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. With old-school SEO, you were fighting tooth and nail to be number 1, 2, or 3 on a long list. With GEO, you're competing to become a foundational building block of the answer itself. See the difference? It's a huge shift from being a destination to being the trusted source.
Now, you might have also heard of AEO, or Answer Engine Optimization. It's in the same family, but it's different. AEO is all about winning those super short, specific answers, for voice assistants or featured snippets. A good way to think about it is, AEO is like winning a single-sentence trivia answer, while GEO is about becoming a key paragraph in the AI's final research paper.
So, if we want to win at GEO, we have to start thinking like the engine. It's not some unknowable black box. There's actually a pretty clear process for how these AI models build an answer. And if you understand that process, well, that's the key to influencing it.
What's so fascinating here is that it's a multi-step process. The AI doesn't just Google what you ask. No. First, it kind of rephrases your question, sometimes into a bunch of smaller sub-questions. Then it goes out and retrieves a whole bunch of different sources. After that, it basically puts on its researcher hat, synthesizing and summarizing everything it found. And only then does it generate a brand new coherent response. It's not a directory, it's a research assistant.
Okay, theory is great, but let's get practical. Now that we know how the engine thinks, we can build a playbook to give it exactly what it's looking for. This is how you get your content AI ready right now.
So research into what these AI models prefer has given us a super clear set of rules. Think of this as the new grading rubric for your content. They want the main point right up front, conclusion first. They demand factual accuracy and specific, verifiable evidence, like stats or data. And they absolutely reward content that is logically structured and covers a topic from all angles. Basically, the AI is looking for the most efficient, trustworthy source material it can possibly find. Our job is to give it that.
So how do we put those rules into practice? Well, here are 4 steps. 1. Use clear, scannable subheadings. Make it easy for a machine to read. 2.
Add Q&A blocks that directly answer common questions. Super effective. 3. Back up everything you say with stats and quotes. And, this is important, cite your sources. And finally, the most technical but maybe the most powerful step, you've got to learn to speak the AI's native language. And that means using something called structured data or schema markup.
Okay, don't let the term schema scare you. It's basically a cheat sheet that you give to search engines to explicitly tell them what your content is about. For EGO, this is absolutely crucial. Things like FAQ page schema help you nail those direct answers, while product and aggregate rating schema provide the hard, verifiable facts that an AI loves to pull into its summaries.
All right, that's the playbook. But you're probably asking, does it actually work? Well, this isn't just theory. Researchers have put these strategies to the test, and honestly, the results are pretty stunning. Let's look at the data.
And here it is. This is the big one. Academic research found that applying these GEO strategies can boost your content's visibility inside those AI-generated answers by up to 40%. I mean, just think about that. That is a massive advantage over your competitors who are probably still stuck playing by the old SEO rules.
And this chart just drives the whole point home. Look at what works best. Adding verifiable quotes and statistics. Now look what's way down at the bottom, keyword stuffing. You see? That old-school SEO tactic doesn't just perform poorly in this new world, it's way less effective. The AI isn't looking for a list of keywords, it's looking for credible, well-supported information. So we'll end on this question, because it's really the only one that matters now. In this new age of AI search, there are really only two types of content. There are sources that get cited, and there's everything else, which gets ignored. So the question isn't how do I rank anymore, it's how do I become the source? The playbook is right here. The choice is yours.